And good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we will continue working on this little, or maybe not that little, boat, but with every plank she's getting more charm. I like it. At the very beginning when I saw this skeleton, like, oh my god, what a weird model, but I already like it, and because it is so unusual I like it even more. And yes, I texted in the chat, unlucky kid, twice we couldn't find the lucky owner of it, so we need to find, or we need to try to find the lucky owner of this non-such 30. It's quite also large model. It's not that long but tall. It's maybe taller than the Philadelphia but shorter hull. So the first winner refused to pick it up because it was too expensive to send to Canada, and not that much expensive for the parcel, like more expensive to send money for it, to just pay me for the package. So it was practically the same price if you will buy this kit in the store, so it was just worth it. And second winner never contacted me, so it is already like months and 2 weeks or something ago we were playing this raffle, and we need to repeat it. So I will choose again 3 numbers. If nobody out of these 3 will not pick it up, then probably this is the fate to have this one as the next build. Yes, it is painted, not my favorite, but why not? It is in 1:24, so all the bits and pieces quite large. And if you want to start this modeling, so this model is just proper to try your skills, because all details are quite large, so it's convenient to sand, shape and glue, because the biggest scale, the easiest to build. And that is why if you want to start this hobby, better to choose something in large scale. So let me show you and share my screen, and let's find, or try to find, a lucky owner of this quite big box. Actually, box the same size as Gunboat Philadelphia. So share my screen, full screen please, and I need to open raffle and number generator. So I will wait a few seconds so I can see it on my phone that it is showing you my screen. And I will sort all these comments newest first. So we are not taking into account number 13 and number 19, if I remember correctly. Because this is 2 numbers which haven't picked up this kit. So in total we have here 17 participants. Yes, am I right? No, I need to sort it newest first, or top comments, or one more time, newest first. But it is not showing me the 22nd. How many participants? Why is this one was? I probably just copied somewhere this. Yes, I'm not reading the comment. This raffle ended. So yeah, it was 22 participants. So we need to choose from 1 to 22, and let's generate number 7. So you will be on the first place. Next one, number 20. You will be on the second place. And now number 7 again. One more time. Number 12. So guys, please, I hope 3 of you will pick it up and somebody will be a lucky owner of this kit. So let me return to my screen. No, this one. So I hope you will pick it up and somebody will build quite tall model, because when I opened the drawing it was maybe I have very low ceiling here, maybe I can fit it here, but I'm not sure. But it was really, I was impressed how detailed this model. So who is sailing on such 30? This is just little copy of your boat. So I hope somebody will pick it up, and I will make a post in the post tab with these numbers, and I hope somebody will get this kit. So let's start working on our Gunboat. Oh, just hit it of something. And while I was waiting for the proper time, actually let me open also this. I forgot to show you who is actually the lucky winner. So full screen one more time and let's check. I will open it wider and let's check who is number 7. Number 7. William Brady. Number 20. Who is number 20? Oh, good job. Just lost it. Yeah, it was quite far already. It was here. So number 20. Now I again need to sort it. And number 20 should be somewhere around here. 20. So let me open like this so I can check it. Jim Street. And what was the last number? I forgot. Oh, good job. Maybe I should. Okay, I will check it after the live stream and I will post all 3 numbers. And I hope that one of the 3 winners will pick it up. Just literally forgot the 3rd number. So let's finally go back to the kit. And while I was waiting for the proper time, I was checking the drawings, and let me show you these drawings. My camera did this trick at the very beginning. No signal. Come on, wake up. Good. Okay, so we did the upper strake yesterday, and we have 2 joints or butt joints of the planks, and we have a strake under the whale, so it will move towards the bow on one frame. This one is between our top timbers because we have smaller quantity of top timbers than it was really on the boat. So we had joint. Let me flip the model, or maybe this side will be visible for you. So this is our stern, this is our bow, this was our one joint, so this strake lower one will be one joint here and one will be here, and same I will mark on this side. Oh, and here I just want to show you this because I have whale joint here, so I will move it even more in the bow and here. So shouldn't be on the same frame 2 joints of 2 strakes. And before I will start gluing something, because if you remember when I was gluing the whale I was applying just attaching an additional plank to straighten the joint, so I have some drops of glue right under the whales, so I have to clean them, or just to check. So the lower strake will be tight, so we can really to make a perfect connection between 2 planks or 2 strakes. So just check if you have any drops of glue and clean them before gluing next strake. Yeah, you can do it with a scalpel, but because I have my favorite tool, this is broken file, which I sharpened. I cut even myself once with it, it's quite sharp. Let me put this book aside so I will not damage it. Mark, I am just eyeballing each frame because we don't have all of them. We have, so just in the kit they are completely different. So I'm just moving forward and aft, depends how it is shown on the drawing. Because, for example, in this moment, closer to the stern, if I will show you on this screen. So the joint should be somewhere here at the beginning of this middle part of the deck. But we don't have here any top timbers, so I moved even more forward. Just plus minus eyeballing the proper position of the butts. When you will plank your completely model and when you plank inner side, it will not be visible where do you have this frame, so visually it will be plus minus in the proper position, or you just can add a top timber in the proper spot. So this is also an option, but we are moving farther forward without this extra work, so I'm just adding or positioning my butt joints plus minus in the proper place. So let me continue cleaning these drops of glue. I have something here, small tiny one, something was here. Good, and something is here, together with a piece of whale. And I can see something here. This is actually the problem with all kits. You don't have all, no, you usually have bulkheads, and they are not even positioned in that places where the real beams, for example, were. Because usually beams were positioned like every third or fourth frame, and on the beams you have to make this nailing your deck, for example. And I'm seeing quite often how modelers are nailing exactly on these bulkheads, thinking that this is beams, but they are not. Usually on the deck you can find or locate your beams just taking into account position of your hatches. Hatches couldn't be flying in the air, so their ends were definitely positioned on the beam. So this is the first spot where you have to nail your deck. For example, quite often I'm seeing how the deck nailed through the mast. Mast couldn't be installed in the beam, so there should be like some sort of a frame support or steps for the mast, but it is also located between beams. So you can't nail exactly like there is a beam passing through the mast. And I'm seeing these mistakes quite often. Unfortunately on this model I can't show you this example because this deck without any hatches, but maybe for the next build we can choose something more traditional. Maybe not three-masted, but some sort of cutter or sloop with single mast, so it will be less work on the sail. But exactly for this, to show you how to indicate potential position of the beams and where to nail your deck properly and how, what patterns were used on real ships. Never seen any single kit of sloop or cutter in 1:24 scale, but 1:48 we definitely can find something. In 1:48 this is actually my favorite, because mostly all contemporary models are built in this scale. So this is like museum scale, sort of, or majority of models mostly built in this scale. So, and I like this scale because it's still big enough to make very detailed model. So you can add as many details in this scale to your kit as you want if you have drawings and materials. And you can convert any kind of kit into fantastic model in this scale. And yes, I'm choosing mostly same scales. When I'm choosing next model, I'm trying to choose that scale which I already have. And majority of my models 1:48. Now it is 1:46 also, and 1:24. So I'm working in these three scales, but my favorite is 1:48. I think I cleaned everything. And I scratch somewhere, just slight scratch here on the whale, if you can see, white spot. Oh, don't want to scratch it one more time. This is the minus of the basswood. It's so fragile and soft that it is so easy to damage. So you have to hold your model literally in pillows to put it on something soft or with foam. But I want to find a toothpick and to make one touch of alcohol just to close that small tiny white spot, because I damaged it quite deep. Of course it soaks into the toothpick immediately, but I don't want to make any spots around it, like this. And actually I'm using planks for these lower strakes, which were provided in the kit for the upper strake, but it was like incorrect, so we have only 4 such 9mm something wide, so the rest of the strakes we have to cut from the widest planks, but I'm good with that. So we will cut, and this is plus minus how it will look when we will finish it. I need to take first one just to check. Oh, this is a thin one. Need another plank. This is wider one. Yeah, this is for the upper part. Okay, don't know where I have put another plank, but just checking what I have done here. So this is how it will look when we will finish. And let me start warming up my plank bender while I'm measuring how long to cut first piece. I also will need my soldering iron to speed up the process of curing. So this one. This one. I will need a mold. And of course I just blink the light. And I will need water and brush for the water. Good. So let's measure first piece. It's stern. Let's start with the bow, where we have bigger or smaller radius or bigger curve to bend. So plus minus proper length. Again, I like my slicer. It is cutting basswood like hot knife butter. I will make 2 similar pieces. This is for the bow. Then this should be enough for the stern, or maybe for the mid part. No, it's a little short. Okay, we'll see where it can go later. We'll keep it here. So for the stern, this one is longer on this side. Stern. It's too long, maybe I will use it here. Where if we mark it right here. Or maybe this one will go here. From here. No, it's too short also. Oh yes, it's just perfect for the middle part. Is this long enough? Oh, this is just perfect for the stern. So I have two for the stern already pieces. So I need to cut one more for the middle part. On this side it is shorter actually. Okay. So from here to here. So this is our planking, and this piece will go to the box. So this is middle part, this is stern. Let's start bending it. Okay, let's make it wet. Maybe I can position camera exactly on this, so it will be sharp. Closer. It's almost hot, so I will let this one also, second one, get soaked properly. And the first one already soaked. No, it's not hot enough. Let's wait a few more minutes so I can check if you have any comments. Any comments? I see you are already chatting. How do you know what plank to start with first? I'm always starting from the whales, because they usually are thicker. I don't remember in which video I was explaining this, maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago. And if you are planking your model from the originally they were planked from the keel upward, but because you are building model and your task actually to show how it was done on the just result how it was done on the ship, but does not mean that you have to plank also it from keel to the upper part, because it's a model, it's imitation, it's literally faking everything how it was done on the original ship. So that's why it is simpler to start with whale, because you can position it perfectly straight without any waves, because in the process where you are planking you can create these waves, and it is very difficult to fix somewhere in the middle of the model. So when you are starting with whales, you can go plank upper part and lower part, and if you even create something weird, it will not be visible on the bottom on the model, but if you will go in reverse, it will be just on that the most visible, the most noticeable spot of the model. So that's why doesn't matter what kind of model, even on this Gunboat Philadelphia it's not that much matter, because we have only 1 strake above the whale and only 4 strakes under it. But always I'm starting with whales first, because of this thickness. They also can make this illusion, if you will not glue it properly or will not make proper butt joints, you just can get very strange and weird look, not perfectly straight, and this will be eye-poking, because usually whales are much darker. I'm doing this intentionally, even if I'm using the same wood for planking and whales, I'm trying to find darker shade, or even tinted specifically for adding this volume on the model, so it will not look plain. And that's why all my models I'm planking from whales. And as I said on the previous episode, if you have double layer planked model, this is the best option, because you can practice first with the first layer, always plank it exactly in the same way how the clean or final layer will look like, because if you will make mistake on the first layer, it doesn't matter, but you know that there is a very difficult spot or very complicated part, So you have to pay more attention on this when you will be planking the second layer of planking. And if you made a perfect first layer planking, you just have to repeat exactly glue each plank on the first layer. It's much easier than to repeat than to create this. And how to calculate how many planks, how to narrow them. I have HMS Pegasus. I will return to that model after my restoration of the frigate, but I was trying to make as much as detailed video as I could, and I also have this step-by-step sort of, I'm trying to make a guide on my website, so you can read also, and this, oh, it's working. So let's finally bend it. So you can also read more details if you can't understand something in the video. With the photos, you can check what exactly I'm doing. Oh, it's quite hot. So let's soak it one more time. Both ends. And this is the end of the plank. I'm thinking about to choose something with bigger quantity of planks, and like the most popular models have them up to 20 plus strakes on each side. Just as you can see, I can glue one strake on each side during one live stream. So maybe I should choose something more interesting, but for example, to work it not only on the lives, but also like with homework. So if I will glue a couple of strakes behind the scene, and then one strake on live streams, etc., so it will speed up the process, because it will take forever to plank the model, one strake on each side, and it will be quite boring to watch every live the same technique or same job. So don't know, I'm still thinking about it. I'm trying to choose every time something interesting, different for live streams. So I have no idea what I will choose next time after the Gunboat. And I really like this one because of this unique look. Not many gunboats on the market we can see. So let me dry it a little. And I want to check, start preparing angles. And now I will show you how to narrow it. Actually more or less proper angle. Now I want to flip it and I want to show you something. So let me position it somehow so you can see the bow clearly. Or now I can move camera further. Oh, give me a second. I forgot to put coupler in my camera. It will die in a moment because the battery is almost dead. So let me switch to a different camera while I'm changing battery. Just did it, and I want to show you. So we just cut, or we just bend a piece of plank, and because we have carved surface here, so this is where it should be. If I want to put it close to the rail, so my lower part will start like unbent from it. So if I will try to put this lower edge of the plank tight, then my upper one is like trying to get farther from the timbers, top timbers. So what to do in this situation? This is something quite often you can see on different kind of models. So what happens if I'm doing like this, trying to put lower edge of the plank closer, so we have like longer edge and it's difficult to press it. It's doable, but you are like creating a wave on this edge because it's much longer. So you have to narrow the plank, but on this edge which is like shorter, because when you cut it at an angle diagonally, you are like making this side also longer, and then it is easier to press it and clamp tighter. So you see, if I am trying to put like this, we have this gap, huge one, and we need to put it right under the whale like this. Also, sometimes just planks are telling you that maybe in this situation better to cut upper edge because of the curve. So let's finally, I want to decide, because this is not really that much rounded. This is more like, I don't know how to even explain this shape of the boat. So maybe we have to narrow upper part. And because in the kit we can see that each end of the plank wider, but on the drawings, quite on the contrary, it's visible only first strake under the whales, but it is narrower in the stern and bow. I want to show you this. You can see that the entire width is not also visible, but you can see how it is narrower in the stern and narrower in the bow. And this is what usually planks are telling you to do. So this is what we will do also, just trying to figure out for how. Somewhere like this. And I have to start, when you usually put in your plank like this, this is the lower edge is touching the top timbers, where you have the biggest gap. So this is the spot from where you have to start cutting your narrowing your plank. So I just mark from where I will start, and I mark how wide. So let me show you now what I will do. So I have to narrow it from here to here, but first I have to dry it completely because it's very difficult to sand wet basswood. It should be dry. And with basswood it is quite easy because it's very easy to sand. Very soft wood, but should be dry. Should be completely dry. And I have sanding block here, and I have another one, bigger one here. So we can start just sanding it to the proper size. But I'm not sanding farther than this mark with my arrow. And also I'm sanding at an angle, not making 90 degrees, because as I was explaining before, we have rounded top timber, so we need to repeat this curve. So that's why I'm making radius which should angle which should repeat the lower edge of the whale, or plus minus, just to get that tight connection between the whale and planking. And we can try every time we're sanding part of it. It's almost, actually I need to sand more somewhere here. Actually entire edge I will chamfer it a little, but I will chamfer lower edge also for the next plank. Just slightly at an angle. somewhere here. Usually I'm marking with a pencil where to send more. To clean this hair so it will be more clearer visible what I'm doing. And maybe just slight touch a little closer to the bow, like here. And it is already perfect. So let me sand entire plank, and then I will cut proper angle here. It is a weird shape of the boat, but I still like it. Exactly because it is so weird and unusual. And I will round edges on both sides just to make cozier look of planking. So just will create bigger volume. Like you will separate each plank. Still some hair. Come on. Where is my Scotch Brite? Yeah, this is the best way to remove all this hair. And how it is now. Good. Now we need to make this angle. I think I need to find foam because this is a very soft wood and I'm afraid that I will damage my whale. I will continue keeping my model like this. Give me a second, I want to find foam. And of course I have no idea where I should put it. So maybe I just will use paper towels to put under the whale a few layers. It will be soft enough. Like this. Better. Now I feel much better. And I need to make this angle. Let's check. Now I will sand it at an angle. Yeah, automation tools, they are not really cheap, but since I got them, they become my favorites. And I have link in the description below. And they really are the most useful in the workshop. I'm constantly keeping them on my table or workbench. What do we have here now? Maybe just bigger angle. A little bigger. Like this. And now I can cut not proper length here. And final folding. A little more. And a little more. All this hair. Actually, I like to use shellac the most on the basswood because it just clogs all these pores and wood stops being so hairy. So even just to use it as a primer before painting, I like it. Because if you will use standard primer, it still can raise that hair and you have to sand it and prime again. So I start using also shellac first and then painting it. Actually much better result. Where is this block? Remove this hair. Maybe it will not be visible, but still I know it is there. Okay, let's glue it, and with the help of soldering iron we will speed up the process. So my glue. Excuse me. Dust. I'm sorry. Oh, even Imbiru decided to wake up. I'm sorry to scare you. Didn't mean. It's just dust. Just dust. I just want to make it visible, so maybe I should turn around like this. And I can move this video. Yay, now it is visible. Super. Again, because it will not be visible, we have inner planking, I'm generously applying glue. Even if it will leak inside, doesn't matter. And now I will need some clamps. If something is leaking where it will be a joint, better to clean it immediately. And just press clamp it tight. I will do it from the inner side, maybe, or outer side. It's better. And now I will use soldering iron to cure the glue faster. Maybe this way. To show you this, remove clamps. Ta-ta-ta. Yeah, it's visible. So let me move this video here, because I also will apply this on between seams glue, just to create a film of PVA which will hold this shape forever. Bent planks, I mean. And this will go into the water. And let me check how tight. I need to clean this drop of glue which is leaking from under the haven't noticed it immediately, but I want to try to clamp it. I need a piece of wood. Just a piece of wood under the clamp. Like this. Good. And maybe I can clamp somewhere here also, like this. And now soldering iron in between frames. I will start with a bow. At this angle it's not that easy to reach this spot, but at least, even if I will warm wood, it will cure this glue faster. If you have enough clamps, you don't have to use soldering iron. I just want to make 2 strakes today. And I need all these clamps. Maybe I can use this long one. It's a narrow one. Ouch, better without touching clamps. They are melting. Now let's move to this side of the bow, and I have already, no, it's not wet, it's already dry on its own. So let's make another plank for the bow side. Mold. Where is my mold? Come on. Properly hidden mold. Maybe like this. Maybe too much. Yep, definitely. So a little unbend here, but continue bending. Couldn't reach my brush, so I'm using my fingers. It's working. Let me move a little this clamp, it is in my way. Plus minus, yes, I just need to dry it. To dry completely. Don't know if you can hear this noise. Like iron, when you are ironing something wet, so I'm getting this noise on the planks. But as I said, if you want to sand it, better to dry, or you will get more hair than usually. Any questions? Actually, plank and talk, this is something sometimes, like, I think I know the rules, but sometimes they are not working, and with each model, like with this Gunboat Philadelphia, actually I'm cutting from wrong direction, and it is working. That's why I start talking about to choose something more traditional, because this is not traditional model. This one was built by carpenters, not shipwrights, so it was built cheap, fast, and easy. So theoretically should be very easy to build model, but we'll see. Okay, now I need to cut again the angle. Something like this, but still wet. Now angle. Yes. A little more. Come on, hold it. Plus minus is the correct one. We will finish it after narrowing it. So now I can't flip it because of the clamps. I will. So where is the biggest gap? Somewhere here, the widest one. And I need to put it back to this point to narrow it. So again, I marked with an arrow, usually just like it, where I have the widest gap when I'm just trying to put plank under it. So as you can see, we have such gap, and in the widest spot I'm marking it with an arrow. So this is the spot from where I'm starting narrowing, and I just marked when I just applied it parallel to the whale, and from this point I start like overlapping it on the whale. So this is the mark of the width, how much it is overlapping on the whale. So now from this point I will narrow it. And again, not 90 degrees, but at an angle, just like to create same angle which is the lower edge of the whale has. What I'm sending there, maybe in this direction I can see what I'm sending. Maybe I should dry it a little more because it's hairy when it's wet. Actually, entire plank I will taper it, or will chamfer it, actually, not taper it. Chamfer edges on both sides. Now I have to clean all this hair on both sides. I will sand the entire piece of wood. Come on, I need to remove this fur. Literally, it's like fur. Somewhere here I need to send more. Two more. And now just slight touch in this area. Perfect. We're almost. Just something a little here. Good. Final polishing. Little rounded edges. A little Scotch Brite to polish it. Yes, Scotch Brite removes this fur, the best for this. Now I need to cut proper length. And what is going on with this angle? It's okay. Perfect one. And the length. Shorter. Almost there. Slight sanding, or maybe a slight cut before sanding. Almost. I like the sander because I can do this, like rotating back and forth. It is even rubber on the edge, so it's just convenient to do this. In this case, you are not getting fur on one side, you are sanding it evenly from both sides. So yes, everything is just perfect about this sander. Shorter or not? Oh yes, it is. I have to cut it a little shorter. Maybe a little more. Just a little more. Now it's good. So let's glue it. Let me move camera lower so you can see actually what I'm doing. A fresh drop of glue. Of course, I'm closing everything with my head. Good job. Okay, I will try to keep it at an angle. Where I have to put it. It will be visible. A bit too much. Maybe I can clamp against this piece of wood in the bow. Like this. Yes. Good job. Good job. And I need more clamps. More clamps. And I don't know if I need it or not, but I need it there, so maybe I will put one clamp like this, just in case. We'll remove it shortly. Good. Now I will apply glue to the seam between whale and plank. I will put stronger clamp here. Like this. This one can sit here for a moment. Just want to show you a trick. I have some pieces of wood, small one, I have somewhere bigger. If sometimes I remember it was quite often happening with my first models. Let me find a piece of wood. Oh, I have it here. So this is what I'm talking about. I need such piece of wood. I'm actually perfectly fine now at the moment, but if something like this happens to you, I want to show you. Just if, let me raise the camera because I can't move model closer. Okay, I can put it like this. I hope that it will not collapse. Or I can clamp it like this. Good. I will show you in that spot. What if you can't bend properly and to create a proper radius and your planks are not even? Then you can just apply glue. I believe it's visible. It's perfectly fine here. It's a flat one surface, but what if you can't? Then you just can glue piece of wood like this. Of course you can clamp it. And just to make it even, if you have big distances between oh, good job, between bulkheads, so from inner side nobody will see it, so you can glue as many pieces of wood between each bulkhead just to make it more even. So for example, let me find another piece. Don't want my model to collapse. Another piece of wood. Maybe I can cut a piece of wood. So let me cut a small piece of wood, one more. You definitely have some cuts off of planking. So which side is visible? Let's apply it on this one, for example. So just if you don't have even spots, so you just can glue a piece of wood between planks. I hope it's visible, you can see this piece. And just clamp it. Where is another clamp? I need another clamp. Well, this one is probably too short. Let's use this one, for example. So you just can clamp it, and you can level them more precisely. So this is just a way how you can do it. And I'm perfectly fine. It's okay, everything is working for me here without any additional pieces of wood. But if you have some troubles, can't bend evenly, then you can just level it with additional pieces of wood. But let me move model back, because it's like a console hanging from my table. I definitely have small bench. I need to make a bigger one because I can't find bigger one. So let me cure the PVA with soldering iron, so we can move in the stern. Without melting. Clamps preferably. It smells not good. Ow! Without burning your fingers also. Okay, drop of glue on this side, nothing leaked from this frame. I need something to burn. Okay, let's move to the stern. Should be easier, not that big radius, much straighter planks. I believe this is middle part and this is which one or which side. This is this side. So let's bend. It will go into water. I will need this mold, and let's start bending it. Again, it's this small video in the way. I will wet it from both ends, and let's go. One more time in the water. Let's check. So it's good enough here, just slight bend this end, and we can start shaping it. Like this. Good. Just need to dry it. You can hear this noise. If you want me to show you one more time my candle plank bender, just text me in the chat. We can bend second piece for the SYREN with a candle plank bender. If it is still wet, I can dry it in the process more. Oh, it's still wet. So now I will mark the proper angle. And I will send to the proper angle, not proper one. And more, and at an angle. And what do we have here? More or less. And now we need to repeat this trick with narrowing, so I think I can flip it with hanging bow in the air. Yay! Oh, wrong direction. So I need to flip it like this. And I have soldering irons here. Trying to figure out how to show you this. I can do it only like this. I don't know how much it will be visible. So I have proper angle in the stern, but when I'm positioning it, I have the biggest gap somewhere on the 1, 2, 3 on the third frame. I will mark it in the with an arrow, and when I will position it on the wheel, just slight overlapping, very slight one, about 1.5 millimeters. Also sand it like this to remove this fur. And let's stopper together with chamfering. And I will chamfer entire plank on both sides. So we can't physically plank model with 90 degrees boards, no, angles I mean, they have to be chamfered. Let's try. More sanding around here. So yeah, when I'm marking it, it's visible where I have to sand more. A little more in this area. Just such play. Sand, try, sand, try. And now here and here. Also can start polishing entire plank. A little more sanding in this same spot. Now closer to the bow. And a little more here. And maybe slight sanding where I have placed an arrow. It's too sharp. And go here. A little more in this spot. Now it should be good enough. And even perfect length, just slight sanding. So I just cut accidentally perfect length. One more try, and I can glue it. So let me turn to your side so you can see it. Oh, now I will sneeze more. Oh. Almost. Oh, no, not this direction. Where I have to move it. Okay, let me move this sander. Oh, finally, I can show you this. Maybe I should move camera, but so be it. Or I can actually move camera. Fresh drop of glue. Brush. And let's glue it. Forgot to chamfer edges. Rounded them actually. Now I can start removing clamps from this side to this side. you like this. Clumped it. So let's apply glue on the seam. Okay, I was saying that I have perfect match, but in this spot right here, my planks are not even, so I have to glue that piece of wood, which I was showing you in the bow. Where is that piece of wood? So I have to glue a piece of wood to make perfect flat surface. So something was, when I was bending separately this plank, so I made probably too big radius or too big bend, and I will use, oh good job, maybe not this one, but this one. No, 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 this is not what I wanted. Like this. This will go into the water. Let me check what I have glued, because I can't see what I'm gluing. Yeah, it's alright. I have a drop of glue to clean here. Now I will cure the PVA faster so we can move forward. The soldering iron. Huh, nothing was leaking here. A drop of glue just to secure this frame also. To dry it with soldering iron so it will hold it. And this side, so I wasn't generous on this frame with glue. And maybe because the maybe two lowerest planks, it will be the most difficult to clamp them, so we have to use soldering iron if you don't want to nail and damage planks. Ouch, touched clamp again. Melted corner of a clamp. Need a drop of glue here. And on the next frame it's also not much. Actually on the other side even less. Should I glue also something on this one? Piece of wood. This one, the widest one, maybe because it is the widest distance between bulkheads. It is not even connection. So I will put a piece of wood here. So yes, when everything was perfect and I wanted to show you this, I have nothing to show you, and now I have this issue to make it flat. Like this. Good. Now it's difficult to cure the PVA. In this corner. From which side? Okay. How about second piece? If I will flip it this direction, you should see what I'm doing. Right? Right. Just let me make it sharp. Let me hold the model in the proper position so it will not slide. And the second one. Where is that piece of wood? Oh, it's here. I believe this is this piece of wood. Yes. I will need a mold. And again, I'm repeating all this, what I have shown you at the beginning of the video. How to steam and bend. Have I missed anything? Oh, me half. I was showing a turning around model at the very beginning just to show exactly how I was curing glue with soldering iron. Just to speed up the process so I can use these clamps on another side of the model. So I'm just curing glue in 15 seconds instead of waiting 10-15 hours. So just to make it faster for the live stream. Let me show you this on this side. When I will glue this plank, I will flip model. It's not always convenient to flip it in such ways that you can see it. So I'm showing on one side, missing something on another side. Just I want to make these 2 strokes today. And if every time I will be trying to find proper spot or position for the model to show you the same trick, it is not enough 2 hours to make these 2 strokes. Let me try. Is this the proper radius? Or maybe a little more? Yes, from here I need to bend a little more. Now even unbend this end. Like this. What do I have now? Perfect match. So let's start with creating proper angle. It's quite sharp. I don't know, it's visible. Yeah, the mark is visible. Oh, I forgot that I moved it and haven't screwed it back. So let me position it again on this workbench. And I need to dry it because it's too wet, especially edges. I haven't cut it perfectly, so now I have to sand more. Actually, I need to check the angle before finishing with the sanding. Yeah, it is a proper angle. something is not right. What I have done here. Okay, I need to send this angle like this, straight. Good. Good. Now let's find where I have to start narrowing it. And if I will put it like this, it's not that big gap, you can see it, or you can't see. It's like about 1.5 millimeters only. 1, 2, 3, and it is the biggest one right here. It is all even asking to start overlapping from this point, you see? It just jumped in the proper position, and it is literally 1 millimeter. So just slide, tap it in. Tappering and chamfering simultaneously. I'm chamfering both edges, lower and upper. Maybe a little more sanding, and let's check what I have done. Why the model is so low? Actually it's perfect, I believe so. Maybe just slight sanding here. Just literally slight touch. And now I need to clean, to polish entire plank. Lydia, you haven't missed anything. The most interesting will be in the end when I will glue the last two middle parts of the strakes. They will be the easiest ones. And this will be it. And again, I am late. I will finish maybe in 30-40 minutes. So can't fit in 2 hours with 2 strakes. Need to try speed up this process next time. But next time again we will have to find the winner of the current raffle, so we will spend another 10 minutes for that. Let's hope that today I found the lucky winner of the non-such. Such a good, it was the biggest kit in that bunch, and I was thinking about like, oh, it will just go somewhere very fast, and this is the 3rd time we are trying to find the winner. So let's hope that third one will be successful one. I want to remove also all this fur or hair, lint. Don't know which term is the most proper for the wooden, this curly stuff. And with a Scotch Brite, let's try it. Fantastic. Now I need to cut length, proper one. I believe this is the frame. And to make soft radius on each edge of the plank. Shorter, a little more. Pencil. And just to make slight radius of edges, just a few touches with the sandpaper. Oh. So let's glue this one also. A drop of fresh glue. Let me check what I'm showing you. Yes, actually I'm showing you what I was planning to show you. A drop of fresh glue. I need a brush. And let's glue it. Without probably closing everything with my head. So it is a challenge, or I have to watch on the screen what I'm showing you. Or let me switch side. Oh, much better. Now I drop on this side, in this edge, and let's glue it. And grab all these clamps from the bow. Don't need them there anymore. It's already cured long time ago, and I can start stealing some clamps from this side. Don't know if I need this one, just in case. Just in case. Come on, turn. I can apply this one on this side. First with cleaning maybe some glue. Good. And I need one more clamp. jump in. Maybe I can attach a stronger clamp here. Okay, not bad. Can still maybe one more clamp. Don't know if I need it actually there. If I have crack somewhere. And it's perfect, but just in case, one more here. And now let me turn it so I will show you how exactly I'm curing the PVA glue. One more time. You just can rewatch it at the very beginning of the stream also, but let's switch like this. And maybe I can move this video here. And more, and more. Or closer, on the contrary. Okay, visible. Good. Now I will apply this extra glue on the seam. Oh, this one is perfectly flat in this spot. Yeah, this side is just perfect curve. To use all glue. If I don't have enough glue to cure on side of the frame, it will go into the water, and let's speed up curing of the PVA glue. I'm just literally boiling it, boiling and burning. Okay, my soldering iron repeating the same trick which was yesterday. It's barely warm. So maybe it is disconnecting itself at some point. And right at the moment it is definitely not 200 Celsius. It's not burning PVA. It's still hot, but not burningly hot. Let's put it 300 Celsius. Come on, you can do it faster. 400 Celsius. Oh, yeah, finally it is getting brown or brownish much faster. So the glue is actually on the bulkhead, between bulkhead and plank. It's still raw. It will cure in 10-12 hours. Just when I'm boiling this on the sides, it is creating this firm, stiff connection joint. which will not allow plank to jump in the moment I will unclamp it, because I need these clamps for the next 2 pieces of planking. Okay, 200 Celsius because it is already too hot. And the stern. Yeah, without soldering iron I probably would glue only 2 pieces of planks, even not entire. Maybe it would be enough for entire strake, not sure, but soldering iron can speed up the process dramatically. So now let's move to the middle part. Maybe I can put it somehow at an angle. Somehow. Keyword. And it's quite long on this side. Don't know if I can fit. I can fit if I will move camera further. But let me try to do something like this. Yay! I found a way how to put it at an angle. And this is the most 2 straight planks. We don't have to even bend them. We can glue them dry. Which side is this? For longer or for shorter? Oh, maybe I have used proper plank somewhere because this one is too short. Ay 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 ay. Ay 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 ay. So this one, or it is on this side. Oh, this is from this side. Good. Everything is fine. Just need to trim this one. So, oh, I used that block to support the model. So I will use this one to chamfer edges, like this. As I said, chamfering both sides, because if they are with 90 degrees, you can't plank a rounded hole. Let me put it on stiff surface. It will be much easier. Actually, I have another block. Let's make one edge. And I will round a little these edges so they will not be sharp, just to create additional volume on my planking, like underline each plank. Which side I just created? Oh, this one, probably. And it is at an angle, so I need to send more. Like this. Somewhere here. And two more. And maybe I will send it. Good, 1 millimeter more. I will send it. And what is jumping? Of course, in the bow. Well, in the stern. The most complicated spot. I will be brave and will cut. Still have to sand. Almost. Just a little more sanding. Okay, lower part. Still too long, still needs a little more sanding. Okay, let me try to clamp. Or maybe just enough. Perfect. Okay, let's glue it. But first a little more polishing. With a Scotch-Brite. And now we can glue. Glue. Where is my brush? And let's glue. Actually, I forgot to clean this edge, and it is with glue. Still soft. How about here? It's clean. Good. So let's glue. I hope I'm not closing anything with my head. Again, I'm generous with glue because I will dry this side with soldering iron, and maybe the last piece I can just leave with clamps, because this is only just to make it possible to do it during the live stream. Okay, I need to also clamp it like this. And on this side also. And maybe somewhere here I will add another one in this position. But I also have to clamp each frame. So now I can remove all these clamps where I already cured PVA with soldering iron. So I can use these clamps here. Good. Yay! I'm just checking if you have any questions. Okay, let me add some extra glue. Let me flip it so you can see it. or sort of. I think you can see this side. If I will raise camera a little. So let's add extra glue on the seam. That's it. Okay, good. And let's speed up the process of curing. Preferably without burning, melting clumps. I can use this clump here, maybe. To move this one to get to that. No, it wasn't my plan. Definitely wasn't my plan. Come on, just flip it. Okay, and we need to glue the last piece for today, this tiny piece of plank. So which side I like more? Let's prepare one edge. I need to send more this side. Damaged a little with the clamp that end of the plank. Oh, to cut more. And almost there. Let's grab another clamp. Oh, actually it is practically perfect. Yes. So now I need just to polish, sand, and round a little the edges and chamfer both edges. Maybe a little more chamfering on this side. Oh, good job. Good job. And just slightly rounded edges. So now we can glue it. It was perfect length a moment ago. Yes, like this. So let's glue it. Okay, microphone stand. The stand for microphone is behind the laptop. I can't bend it upper so you can see my face, so I have to bend my head. And I will need glue. Where is my brush? Where is my favorite tool? My favorite tool, right under my nose. Now I can steal clamps from this side, because I cured PVA glue with soldering iron. Okay, do I need to add some clamps like I was doing on that side? Maybe, just in case. Yeah, it's moving. So I will add some. I need to add more. Maybe just in case. And this is how it will dry on its own. I just will add some glue on the seam between plank and whale from the inside, as I did on everything, on all pieces before, just to create additional film of glue to add stiffness for planking. Like this. And I believe this is it for today. So let me switch to a bigger screen. And so I just want to thank you very much for coming today, for joining me in this adventure. And again, it's 2.5 hours. Probably can't speed up. I was hoping that I can. Let's see next time if I can speed up this process. Should be each plank or each strike should be much faster to do, but we'll see next time. So thank you very much for coming, thank you very much for joining in this adventure, and I see you next weekend, Sunday and Saturday. And on Saturday we will find our winner for current raffle. It was Crabbing Skiff, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Quite interesting little model with a tiny sail. So we'll see who will be the lucky winner, and I hope that today we found a winner of the non-such 30. From third try, it definitely should be the successful one. If not, it will be the next project for our live streams after Gunboat. So with this, see you next week and have a nice rest of the day or evening, depends from which part of the world you are watching, and bye!